Our research group, Consumption Marketing and Retailing, studies how consumption and retailing practices are changing in relation to sustainability and digitalization. So we bring together perspectives from consumption studies, economic sociology, and retailing research and human geography to examine mainly 4 different areas. Sustainable consumption, especially circular consumption, things like reuse and repair, plant-based consumption, and sufficiency-oriented lifestyle. But also sustainable retailing, looking at how stores can enable sustainable consumption, digitalization in retailing, looking at the role of digital platforms and e-commerce, and retail and place transformation, investigating how retail interacts with urban planning and local economies. We address several pressing social challenges. Environmental sustainability. Consumption generates large environmental impact, so by studying how retailers can facilitate more resource-efficient practices, we address issues such as climate change and waste. We also look at digital inequality and trust. So as retail has become more digital, new infrastructures influence who can participate, how trust is built, and how value is created. And finally, we address issues that have to do with community and local economies. So retail is not just about transaction. It shapes physical spaces, community identity, and also urban development. So theoretically, we use concepts from economic sociology, sociology of consumption, retail studies, and consumer culture theory. And in terms of method, we use mainly ethnographic methods, such as interviews and observations, but also digital methods and co-creation workshops. One example of such a project is CARE, which stands for Circular Consumption Activities to Transform Households Towards Material Efficiency. And in this European Horizon project, we work together with 18 partners in 5 European countries to try to enable over 100 households to become more circular in the areas of food waste and clothing consumption. Our group collaborates broadly. We work together with universities across Europe and beyond, such as Oslo Metropolitan University in Norway, Sciences Po in France, Tampere University in Finland, and the University of Tokyo in Japan. We also work with municipalities and NGOs and retail organizations. The value of these collaborations is mainly twofold. First, they enable co-creation, so working with citizens and practitioners help us design interventions that are grounded in lived reality, but they also facilitate knowledge translation. We don't just produce academic output, but also actionable insights for policy, businesses, and community. Looking ahead, we see several possible directions for the research of our group. We're interested in understanding how digital infrastructures can enable sustainability, how things as apps and digital platforms can redirect consumption, reorganize practices, and reduce the environmental impact of consumption. We're also interested in how circular consumption can be scaled up, so how micro-level household initiatives into areas such as food and fashion can change into larger systemic transformations. And finally, we're interested in understanding how we can reduce the overall levels of consumption. The topic of sufficiency and reduction of consumption is very relevant, given the many environmental and social problems we're facing today as a result of overconsumption.